Coach, you're going to be playing against Caitlin Clark. It's her first game back. She just told us she's.
I can't wait to join you. I can't wait to join you in LA, girl, and get her to LA. Now, take a look at Stephanie White, not even get Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell to play good together. They don't.
Individually, they're really, really good and
To play well together. This is disgusting, man. Lynn Roberts, take it away.
I'm proud of her. She continues to just get a little bit better and better in stacking days, and that's what it.
To put herself, in this situation, to ingrain herself in this situation, and what progress have you seen from her?
How impressed were you with Coach the bench tonight?
Yeah, the bench.
It is officially a disaster. The Indiana Fever organization is in a state of absolute panic tonight, and the entire WNBA has just been thrown into the biggest crisis in the history of women's basketball. I had to read that back twice, because that's not a real headline. That's a script written to hijack your attention. There is no crisis. There's no disaster. What actually happened is two guys on Twitter speculated about a trade 3 weeks ago, and somebody built an entire fake news video around it.
Break points in 3 seconds. You do that against Indiana, it's going to be 2 points in 2 seconds. So we've got to take care of the ball. And obviously your pickup point begins higher with Caitlin out there. She can shoot it once it crosses half court, and she will. So obviously she's another tremendous player to add to them. And the first time we played them, she played. Last time she didn't. So we've seen both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She'll shoot it as soon as she cross half court. She'll shoot it as soon as she cross half court. It seemed like everybody around the league.
The breaking reports indicate that Lynn Roberts and the Los Angeles Sparks have just stepped in with a massive, mind-boggling, multi-million-dollar proposition. What breaking reports? Name one. Because I looked, and the actual source for this entire narrative traces back to a Michael Thompson tweet and a Jason Whitlock post from early June, neither of whom has a single credible WNBA source, and Whitlock has said outright he has no interest in the league beyond Clark herself. That's not reporting, that's two guys guessing in public.
And I could go down the line with Kiana pushing pace, getting us organized, defensively, really doing a good job on Ty Harris or whoever she was guarding. Hit a couple big shots. Peely came in, did a good job. She hasn't played a game in 7 months, but it was great to have her physicality out there. And then JP, I thought, was kind of the unsung hero. She created so many second possessions for us, key ones that, just to Nneka's point, just playing really, really hard. And Emma came in and hit a big three that when
Now, buried inside all this fabricated drama is a real legitimate point. There genuinely has been tension between Clark and Stephanie White's staff this season, and plenty of real reporting has documented her clashing with White and assistant coach Brianne January. That part isn't invented, but watch how the video immediately pivots from that real tension into made Alyssa Thomas the victim, and a full conspiracy. That's the sleight of hand this entire genre runs on. Real smoke dressed up as confirmed fire.
point guard spot.
On each possession and to compete at every level for the full 40 minutes of play. It's really that simple. I think when you put your heart into playing that hard, the schemes, the plays, the execution, it comes to fruition. And tonight, it felt good. It felt good emptying the tank as well, just ensuring that anybody who was on the court was doing everything possible to make sure that we could win the possession.
Hey, good win, guys. Good win.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Andrea with LA Sparks.
The coaching staff began using fake injury reports to manipulate her playing time, benching a completely healthy superstar under the guise of medical management. This is the line that should stop you cold, because that's a serious, specific accusation against real medical staff with zero source behind it. Clark's back injury has been reported by multiple outlets, she's spoken publicly about it herself, and there is no evidence anywhere that it was fabricated. Making up medical conspiracy claims about a real athlete is not hot take content, it's just false.
Break points in 3 seconds. You do that against Indiana, it's going to be 2 points in 2 seconds. So we've got to take care of the ball. And obviously your pickup point begins higher with Caitlin out there. She can shoot it once it crosses half court, and she will. So obviously she's another tremendous player to add to them. And the first time we played them, she played. last time she didn't. So we've seen both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She'll shoot it as soon as she cross half court. She'll shoot it as soon as she cross half court. It seemed like everybody around the league.
And this is the part that actually gets me, because sandwiched in between all the fake breaking news is a real, unedited clip of Clark talking about the harassment and hate she's dealt with. I have emotions, I have feelings. I'm 24 years old trying to navigate a lot. That's a genuine, vulnerable moment from an actual press conference, and it's disrespectful to splice that in as supporting evidence for a trade rumor that has nothing to do with what she was actually talking about.
Our end. So she can create that with the spacing. And you know, that's what I love about her. She'll play any spot, anytime, whatever you need.
You hear that? Kate, she understands and appreciate what Kate Martin even brings to the table. Okay? There needs to be a Kate Martin, Caitlin Clark reunion in LA. I think it's the best thing that could happen for Caitlin Clark.
The Sparks organization smells blood in the water. Sources close to the situation indicate LA is preparing a massive historic financial package and trade offer. Let's just be really clear about why this specific claim can't be true. Clark is locked into a fixed 4-year rookie contract with Indiana through 2027, with a team option. There is no free agency mechanism in the WNBA that lets a team just offer a player under contract a package to leave. This isn't the NBA. The entire premise of this clip is structurally impossible under the league's own rules.
You know, they don't have AB tonight, which, you know, that's the three-headed monster when she's there with Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin. But they've got other guys that are just as capable to you know, cause problems. But yeah, I mean, Indiana's good. I think the thing that, you know, Caitlin helps them with is just they play fast, and I think she helps them play faster. So we've got to be really aware.
The commissioner is reportedly demanding immediate answers from the Indiana front office. Reportedly, according to who? This is the tell every single time with these fabricated videos, vague sourcing dressed up in official-sounding language. Reportedly, sources indicate, insiders say, with nothing you can actually check. Real reporting names its sources. This doesn't, because there isn't one.
Big, and you know, that's what I love about Kmart is like, you know, it's like, hey, can you play the floor? Yep. You know, what do you need? Yep. What I don't think we did a good job of is taking advantage of that on offense. You know, they had a big on her, whether it was Stephanie Dolson or Malunga or whatever, and we didn't take advantage of that. We've got to have the IQ to recognize the mismatch. Yes, it's a mismatch on our end defensively, but that knife cuts both ways, and I don't think we used our end. So she can.
Now here's a real stat buried in here that's actually worth talking about. What else does a person have to do if they're averaging 24 points, 6 assists, a 5'8" guard shooting above 50% from the field, and still not lock up an all-star starter spot the way voters expected? That's a legitimate, ongoing conversation about all-star voting this season, and it deserves its own honest breakdown instead of being used as filler for a fake trade story.
She got to find a way to get to LA, man. Aaron Kane, you got to get on the horn and get her to LA. Now, take a look at Stephanie White, not even understanding how to get Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell to play good together. They don't like, despite the numbers, it's usually like one plays good, the other plays just okay. Like, it's never like both of them dominating. You know what I'm saying? And this lady right here has no clue how to get them to play well together. Listen to this.
It is, and you know.
We all know they rigged the fan voting for Paige Buchers. She jumped 400,000 votes in 3 days. We all know it was scammy. I want to be straight with you here. A big vote swing late in a voting window isn't automatically proof of rigging. That's just what happens when a fan base mobilizes hard in the final days. Is it worth questioning? Sure. Is, we all know it was rigged, a factual claim? No. That's speculation dressed up as certainty, same as everything else in this video.
Ability to shoot and facilitate, and with Kelsey's ability to get downhill, to create opportunities for herself and for others in that way.
She don't create nothing for others. The girl just shoot. Stop with the create for others. Stop lying to me.
You know, they seem to find the right synergy, you know, in moments, and you know, hopefully when we get Caitlin back, and they'll be able to do that again. But you know, I certainly think You know, individually they're really, really good and collectively dynamic together, and I think that they make one another better. It is.
The era of Caitlin Clark in Indiana is collapsing under the weight of ego, lies, and horrible leadership. That's not a hot take. That's just a made-up ending to a story that hasn't happened. Real tension, real frustration, real coaching questions. All of that exists and is fair game to discuss. A collapsing era, built entirely on anonymous sources and Twitter guesses, is not.
I can't wait to join you. I can't wait to join you in LA, girl. I miss you, bestie. I miss you, bestie. Caitlin is ready to get to LA for good. Caitlin is ready to get to LA permanently. Permanently. Let's take a look at what Lynn Roberts had to say about Kate Money Martin.
Yeah, at this level. But when she is out there, what kind of advantages do you have when she's able to slide up that way?
Yeah, and I mean, desperate times seek desperate measures, right? So
Here's the one thing in this entire video that's actually fully true. The LA Sparks did sign Kate Martin, Clark's former Iowa teammate, to a full standard contract on July 6th, converting her off that developmental deal. That's real. That's confirmed by the team itself, and it's a nice story on its own merits without needing a fake Caitlin Clark angle bolted onto it.
Team.
Oh.
Man, that's impressive. How impressed were you with Coach the bench tonight?
yeah, the bench was great. And the scoring doesn't tell the whole story. But I thought they came in and did what they needed to do. And I mean, I could go down the line with Kiana, push and pace.
And then the video closes with, is this a seed being planted for Caitlin Clark to eventually join the Sparks, and a hard subscribe button pitch. And that right there is the whole business model. Take one real unrelated roster move, attach a completely unverified rumor to it, wrap it in urgent breaking news language, and get you to hit subscribe before you fact check any of it. It works because it's designed to work, not because any of it's true.
She'll shoot it as soon as she crosses half court. It seemed like everybody around the league be recognizing the greatness of Caitlin Clark, except the damn coach that she has. And Lynn Roberts went on to laud about Kate Martin as well, who looks like she might be there long-term with the Sparks. Look at this interaction post-game between Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin. Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah. Caitlin like, look, man, don't even worry about it. You looking good in this purple and gold. I can't wait to join you. I can't.